Okay, dokie, I'm going to get Instagram together because I do not want them to miss out on this. Let me get them together. Hey guys. Let's get this together. Pin comment. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay, so hi guys. Hello everyone. We are going live on several platforms. Today is a pop-up live, and I'm so glad I decided to come down to the office because there's like nobody here. So I am going to be spending, I'm going to be here all day. I have work to do, but I also have to get ready for classes this week for you guys. I'm so excited. We have so many students who have been signing up between Friday and today. I mean, I'm just seeing all these people come in. And so we have Monday for Print Boss, which is for my print school community. We start tomorrow. So you guys should have already gotten your instructions for those of you who purchase your seats. Tuesday, we have Course Genius. So for everyone who's in Course Genius, shout out to that. You should have gotten your download instructions on how to access the class. And then on not this week, but next Tuesday, we have Coach Genius. So for all my coaches and consultants, we have class next Tuesday. You should have gotten your download for that. So guys, listen, here's what I want you to do. Grab a notepad, grab a legal pad. We are doing a pop-up training, and so I'm really excited. Hello to Instagram. Instagram is kind of watching behind the scenes because I'm not able to do all the fancy graphics like I have here for YouTube and Facebook. But here's what I would love for you guys to do. If you are watching, can y'all just say hello and tell me what you guys do? These past couple of weeks, especially with Instagram, I've been a lot more intentional about like really showing up, really meeting people, really talking to people. I've been talking to so many people in my Instagram DMs and just learning what you guys do. So even if you don't do it for me, do it for someone else because you don't know. I'm telling you, you never know who's watching and you never know who needs what you have. And we're going to be talking about that today and how to package your genius, or if you've already packaged your genius, just on how to make sure you're not missing money. So here's what I want you guys to do. Please tell me what you do. Tell me the name of your business, and make sure you guys get like in the practice of this. So tell me what you do. Tell me what you provide, what you offer. What are your services? And I'm actually going to be a lot more intentional today. And I'm actually going to read through them. So I'm going to jump into the information. But your homework while you're watching me, like right now, is I want you to tell me what you do. Tell me what the name of your business is, your companies. Tell me what you offer. I want to know. I actually care. Okay. So I'm going to, while I do that, I'm going to go grab some tissue for my nose, and I have a hand sanitizer, so I'll be right back. But guys, tell me what you do so that I'll be right back and I can read through your guys' stuff. Okay. Okay, let's see who's actually following the instructions. Okay, so S. Robinson says, hello, everyone. I'm from New York City, and I'm an indie author and apparel creator. So tell me, when you say an indie author, like, what do you write? Like, tell me, I gotta know. Tell me what y'all do. Chris, the Purpose Pusher says, I'm a podcaster and purpose coach. Chris, the Purpose Pusher. Awesome. So you always want to make sure that you're in the practice of telling people what you do, especially in a short version. Journey with the Johnson says, and let me show y'all so y'all can see these. Okay. Awesome. Journey with the Johnson says, hello, I create mugs and journals. My company's name, hopefully I don't butcher this. Doeda, is that right? After the first three letters of my watch of my three kids' names. LOL, I was inspired by you. So thank you. Oh, thank you guys. So we're going to get started. I don't want to waste time. But again, if you're watching this, you're watching the replay, be sure to tell me what you do. I want to know what you do. A lot of people, when they come on the lives, they don't introduce themselves. They don't say hello. And you want to learn how to network within the network that we have here. And especially with me, because I would love to know, again, what you guys do. And a lot of people come on, I don't know what y'all do. I don't know. As Robinson says, I create poetry, low content, notebooks, and journals, hoodies, etc. Got it. Kimberly Allen says, hello, everyone. I partner with high-performing entrepreneurs, ministry leaders, and executives to define their brands. Nice. Michelle Stevenson says, I'm the journaling coach. Listen, that's nice, short and sweet. I'm the journaling coach. Okay. So we're going to dive into today's training. I have 3 points. We're going to dive into each point. We're going to, let me see who else we have. Rock Your Lane says, I have a platform that's centered around celebration, community, confidence, inner work, authenticity, and dopeness. I coach women and girls to rediscover their light. I love this. So it's very important to know what you do, to define it well. And what we're going to do today is, there we go, Michelle says, I help people transform their lives with the power of journaling. Awesome. So again, this is a pop-up training. You guys know how to do with trainings. You need to take notes. But most importantly, I want you to be able to apply what I'm teaching to what you need for this week. And every now and then I'm able to do a training like at the beginning of the week, which is awesome because we can like get ourselves into work. How many of you guys are working from home this week? I just want to get like a kind of an estimate. How many of you guys are working from home or your job has you at home? Just like raise your hands if like, hey, Kanera. Kanera. Did I say that right? Kanera. Hey, Shay Wags. Hey, Passion King. Raise your hands if you're working from home. Just like drop an emoji in the comments. Hey, Sassy Big Girl Plans. Hey, Chris the Purpose. Yeah, I just want to know who's working from home. Okay, Passion King is Chris the Purpose. Sure. Because I'm doing something special for something. I just want to know who's going to be working from home. Me, mandatory telework. Okay, got it. Kimberly Allen says yes. Okay. Okay, cool. So what we're doing is I'm going to be using the Facebook group, the Leaders League Facebook group, and we're going to be I'm going to be doing some execution work in the Leaders League. If you're not a part of the Leaders League on Facebook, just type in the Leaders League, Genesis Dorsey. We had the group on pause because I was really trying to figure out what to do with the group. But what I really want to start doing with the group is really using it as like an execution, like accountability group for you guys to get your work done, especially when it comes to things that I teach, right? So whether it's like, getting your courses done, getting certain products launched, like we're going to make sure that you're getting stuff done, because what I'm seeing is that a lot of you guys are taking notes and you're having great ideas, but the execution is not how it should be, especially not at the level in which you need it to be, if that makes sense. Hey, Minx and me, how are you? So I want to make sure that we're working on that. So I will be giving information for that. But let's jump into it. If you guys are ready for today's training, let me know. Put in the comment box, I'm ready. Let me know if you're ready to learn, because I need to know from y'all if y'all ready, because I want to give it, but okay, I'm looking at comments from YouTube. Let me know if y'all ready. I have my notes. It's real short and it's maybe not real short and sweet, but it's a training. So the goal is to get you guys ready for these upcoming classes that we have. And even if you're not taking the class, you're still gonna learn from today's training. My goal is to teach you, period. I'm your coach. So whether you pay for something I have or you don't, whether you are free or not, you're going to learn from me, okay? You're going to learn and I'm going to help you get this money. So one of the things I was realizing is that a lot of people are missing money on the table because they have holes in their platforms, right? And so today, we're going to be talking about how to package your genius, but how to make sure you have like the platform, like making sure the platform is organized. And I've broken this into three kind of steps. And what you're going to do going into this week is I want you to analyze these platforms, and we're going to make sure that the platform is being presented the right way, because what I'm seeing is that people are missing money on the table due to two things. Either you can't find clients that will pay you, right? Or you're finding people, but there seems to be a disconnect. Like you're finding people who can pay you, but they're not paying you, right? Like, so we have people who like they can't find anybody, and then you're finding the people, but they are not giving you any money. So it's like, okay, what's going on? Then there's another group of you who you're making a whole bunch of different products and services, and it seems like nothing is sticking to the wall, and you're becoming very frustrated. So I want to make sure that I get to every group today, and we're going to be doing a Q&A at the end. So it's 1 o'clock on the dot. I'm going to teach. I'm going to be done this teaching at 1:45-ish. We will spend the last 15 minutes for Q&A. I may in a little bit earlier, but this is a full-on training. You have just logged on to a full training. So this is just like you almost purchased the class, except it's for free. So even if you can't watch the full training, you can always come back. If you're watching on Instagram, you can always hop over to my YouTube channel and you will be able to get the replay. And if you're watching from my Facebook profile, you will be able to get the replay. So let's get into it. And again, if you're watching, joining late, be sure to introduce yourself. Tell me again what you do. Do not just watch and don't network. You never know who's on here, who needs what you have. Okay, so everyone's ready. Ron is ready. Michelle's ready. I see Passion's ready. Y'all ready. Okay, good. So let's, if you're taking notes, you may just be watching, so you may not be able to take notes. But if you can take notes, the first thing you're going to write at the top is Packaging My Genius. Like that is the title, Packaging My Genius. And we're going to today talk about platform building. I wrote a workbook called Boss Builder, which teaches you how to build your tribe in 30 days. And within that, I talk about how not even with Boss Builder, but also with this new resource called the Platform Playbook. I'm not sure how many of you have that. That Platform Playbook is good. Okay. So even with the Platform Playbook, which is the free resource now that's a part of my email list, right? Building your platform is not the same thing as just like having a business, because you can have a business but not have a platform, right? A platform represents your authority being positioned strategically, right? So if you're taking notes, platform equals, okay? Platform equals, okay? It equals your business, and really not just your business, but your authority. It's about your authority being positioned strategically, okay? A platform is about your authority, okay, being positioned strategically. I'm gonna say that one more time. A platform is about your authority being positioned strategically, okay? And I'm gonna ask you guys this question, so hopefully you know what that sentence is. No matter of fact, let's check right now. What does it mean when I say a platform? Your platform equals what? Okay, let me see if anyone's paying attention. Your platform equals what? Being positioned blank. Someone fill in the blanks for me, okay? Because if you don't understand what actually having a true platform is, the way you're building your platform is going to be completely wrong, okay? So if you have a platform, it's because you have your what positioned how. Someone fill in the blanks for me, right? Because if you don't do this, again, a lot of times people have businesses, but they don't have platforms. And if you read the Platform Playbook, one of the things I talk about in the Platform Playbook is that your platform, a platform is something that you stand on, right? Thank you, Passion. Passion got it. Your authority being positioned strategically. Lunas Mungata said exactly your authority, right? It's about your authority being positioned strategically. Okay, it's not about your business. It's about your authority. You can have a business, but if you do not position yourself as the authority, people see you as an option. And I say this a lot, but I think that we have to have a training like this so you can actually understand, okay, number one, am I showing up as an authority? Right? So that's why a lot of times I'm very surprised on like when I do lives and I ask people, what do you do? People will watch and still not introduce themselves. You know why? Because you don't think that you're an authority. You're just on here like, oh, I'm just gonna watch live. No. If you're an authority, when you walk into rooms, you know, as I shared on Instagram yesterday, that you're a firefighter putting out fires, right? As I shared on my Instagram post under in the captions, I said, you know, a firefighter does not say, you know what, I'm gonna wait till I get a bigger crowd outside and watch them put out this fire, you know, or I'm gonna wait. No, when you're a firefighter, you have the authority to do what? To put out the fire, right? That is your job. So when you walk into rooms, whether it's online, whether it's in person, right? You have to understand that you are it. Like you know how like you would play tag as a little child and you say, okay, tag, you're it. And what you were the person who had the authority to do what? To go tag other people, right? You have to think of it like that. When you have been tagged as it, okay, everyone say I'm it. Everyone say I'm it. Type in the comments, say I'm it. Because you got to get this. It may seem really simple to you, but I hope through today's training, you're going to walk out of this training this week like we're gonna dig into our businesses and make sure that we're positioning ourselves as the authority. So if you're it, say I'm it. If you believe that you're an authority, if you believe that you are the best in what you do and that no one else can do it like you, you got to say I'm it. You got to say, look, I'm it. I'm it. I'm the one. I'm the one, right? I'm it. I'm in. I want you to get this. There's nobody else. I know you see other people doing what you're doing. I know that you think that the market is saturated. I know that right now it is really difficult for some business owners because you're struggling right now because it seems like all the other things you've been wanting to do are canceled. It seems like some networking opportunities may be canceled. But I'm trying to tell you real quick, you're it. I don't care what's going on. I don't care how the economy is shifting. Listen, you're it. You're it. You're it. That's how it works. You're it. So you at this point got to put your blinders on. Okay, for the rest of this training, put your blinders on. I don't want you to think about anything else. I don't want you to think about what's happening in the society right now. You're it. Because when the economy does reset, you cannot still be stuck in the hole. You have to get your mindset ready. So you're it. Okay, you are it. Got it? So a platform is a platform. A platform is something that you stand on. Okay, like this. Right? So you stand on a platform, right? You stand on it. Okay. Now the thing about a platform is that a platform is never the same level as the ground. Hear this. The platform is never the same level as the ground. Some of you are operating your businesses like you're on the ground, like you're on the same level as everybody else. Right. And so guess what? You don't stick out because you are on the same level as everybody else. Right. So in order to actually build a platform, you have to come up. Right? You have to be above, not better, because it's not like we're like I'm better than somebody else. It's just that you've come up. You got to get this. You've come up. So your mentality has to come up. Your strategy has to come up. Okay. Your authority has to come up. Your voice has to come up. Your self-esteem, everything has to come up if you're going to build a platform. And this is why I see a lot of businesses, but I don't see platforms. This is why you cannot be nervous about saturation, because saturation does not mean excellence. Saturation does not mean the best. Saturation just means there's a lot of people in the pool, but not everybody talks with authority. So guess what? When you don't talk with authority, you're a part of the crowd. When you talk with authority, you're now a platform. That's the difference. That is the difference between being a business owner and having a platform. Right now, what we're seeing in the online web, right? A lot of people are home. We're going through this coronavirus, like all this stuff happening, right? And what I'm seeing is that everybody's talking the same, right? And right now, the people who are winning are the people who have the platforms, not necessarily the business, right? Because a platform, remember, a platform is a stage. It's something you step up onto, right? And the thing about a platform is that a platform represents clarity. Okay, guys, answer this question for me. What does a platform bring? What's the C word I just said? What does a platform bring? What does it bring? Because if you don't have this, you won't be seen as a platform because no one can tell, right? So a platform brings, what's the C word that I just, there you go. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Deb, right? It brings clarity, right? So if you have a platform, you're bringing clarity, okay? So the thing about it is that what are you bringing clarity in the lives of people? Right. This is why this training is going to be essential, especially if you're taking Coach Genius, Course Genius. This is the perfect training. OK, you have to have clarity. Where there is no clarity, you have no platform because you're not helping anybody. Right. You can be a whole bunch of noise, but clarity is actually the first proof of expertise and authority. Clarity. You know why? Just think about it like this. Remember, what does a we're going back through the words I've just been breaking down, right? Remember, a platform is different than the ground, right? A platform is higher than the ground, right? If you were in a crowd and there was a platform and then you stood onto the platform, people would begin to look at you, correct? Well, think about it. If you were in a crowd and all of a sudden there was a platform and someone stepped into the platform, everyone would look up. Right? When everybody, let me think about it, everyone will look up. Why? Because everyone else is on the ground and someone appears on a platform on top. Everyone's looking at that person because it's different than what's on the ground, right? Right? Because we're trying to look up at what's above us. Come on, guys. Come on, this is basic thought, right? So when you step onto a platform, you are breaking, okay, what everything else looks like. And what you're now providing is focus for people. Think about this, y'all. I know I'm teaching good. So you are providing a focus for people. And so the first thing about an authority is that they bring clarity to chaos, right? And so the thing about it is that you have been gifted with a particular set of skills and knowledge to bring clarity to somebody else's chaos, right? So now I'm about to ask you a question. I want you to think about it. I'm going to give you maybe about a minute. And I want you to answer me this question. What kind of chaos are you bringing clarity to? That's the question. If you've got it, comment below. What is the chaos that you are bringing clarity to? I don't want to know what you do, right? I want to know, what are you bringing clarity to? What is the chaos, okay, that you are bringing clarity to? What is the problem? What's the fire that you as a firefighter what are you putting out? That's the first thing, because if we don't know what we've been set on the platform to do, it's not going to work. So you can't say, oh, I'm an author. That's not a problem. There's no problem. I'm hearing you say that you saw. There is no chaos that I hear in that, right? So if you are the one that's bringing clarity, tell me what you bring clarity to. So Dev says she's bringing clarity to stress and self-doubt. That is what she's dealing with. As Robinson said, that she's bringing clarity to mental health. Okay, so I want to hear, where's the chaos? Because if we're going to be an authority, there has to be chaos, right? For me personally, I am the one that brings chaos to basically unorganized profit and geniuses, right? So for me, I'm the person that takes your genius and I package it together, which means that the problem that I'm solving is this chaotic genius that you have that's all over the place and isn't organized into a business model, right? Okay, so she's, let's see, author Latrice says she's motivating others to action. So that means that you are dealing with laziness, correct? Or procrastination, right? Okay, Kanera, excuse me, says strategic event planning, right? So what would be the chaos actually? So the chaos is the opposite, right? So unorganized events, right? Unorganized desires or desires for planned events, right? Let's see, Luna's Moon Goddess says folks fear solving the worry of the unknown, right? So that's the thing. See all that chaos that you have that's below you? The platform brings the focus to deal with the chaos below. Got it? So if you're taking notes, we got 3 points, because now that we've dug into the ground, okay, now we can dive into the 3 points. The first point is you got to have a clear title. Okay, that's the first point. So now that we know that we're building a platform, what's a platform? Who knows what a platform is? Let's see if anyone remembers. Gotta make sure y'all pay attention in class today. What is a platform? Let's see if anybody remembers. Gotta see if you remember in class. Oh. Okay, Rocky Lane says, I bring clarity. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. But what else did we say? We said that when it comes to a platform, it equals authority. That's what? Platform equals an authority, but is what? There's another word that we use too. That was like the full sentence. Anybody remembers it? Y'all are doing good though in class. I'm very proud of y'all. Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good. Here. There you go. Yep. So it's when your authority is being positioned strategically. Remember? So when your authority is being positioned strategically. Okay, so let's make sure we got that down. So it's when your authority, right, is being positioned strategically, right? So my authority is being positioned strategically. There's 3 words in that sentence that's important. Everything besides being. Authority, position, strategic, or you say strategy. So I need authority, I need position, and I need strategy. Those are the 3 things we're going to target right now. So I need authority, I need position, and I need strategy, right? Without those 3, you will not be seen as an expert. And you will not be able to build the platforms that I teach you about, right? So for instance, this whole weekend, I've been talking about building a platform that has active and passive income built in, right? So that no matter what kind of services I have, I also have these 2 types of ways to generate income in my business. Now, not every business model is built that way though, right? I mean, if you think about it, every business model is built that way. So maybe you don't have that, but for those of you who I teach who are experts and leaders that are selling your knowledge, coach, consulting, you want to write books, workbooks, online courses, you want to have coaching or training programs, things like that, right? Or maybe you're an author and you want to sell your books, but you also may want to be positioned as an expert through your content, right? Whatever way that you want to spin this, a blog or whatever, right? You have to have authority, you have to have position, and you got to have strategy. So the first thing, that's why the first note in our notes today is you got to have a clear title. What is your title, right? This is important. I'm going to break down what I mean by this. In the coach world especially, I have seen so many nonsense titles that don't make any sense, and no one knows what they mean, okay? At the end of the day, if you're a coach, you're a coach. Right. And what we're saying is that people say, like, I'm a this kind of coach. I'm a that kind of coach. I'm a this kind of coach. I'm a that kind of coach. At the end of the day, you're a coach. And it's better to say, in my opinion, that you are a coach that focuses on a particular chaotic problem, right? Because that way people know exactly what it is that you do. Versus someone was like, I'm a high something kind of coach. It was like some kind of long behind title. And I'm just like, this is why you're not having any clients, because no one knows what it is that you do. Right? Or it's too generic, right? So that's why you have to have a specific problem. So even if there are a few of you between YouTube and here that talked about how, you want to eliminate stress, or you want to help people with mental health or different things like that. So that is the chaotic problem, but the way that you solve it is specific and should be niche and should be tailored towards your skill set. Right? So for instance, let's look at this. So we talk about a clear title, right? A clear title helps for people to identify what you do, who you are, right? What you do and who you are, okay? And so when you introduce yourself, this is why I asked you when we first started, tell me what you do. For some of you, it takes like 10 sentences to tell me what you do, right? So let's get it down to one. Now, if you have ever bought Boss Builder, you know that in Boss Builder, which is my workbook in my store, we talk about the one sentence rule. Does anybody remember the one sentence? Is anybody? I don't know. Again, I don't know. Not everyone who's a part of my tribe is on here, right? But does anyone remember the one sentence strategy or rule that I've taught? Right? I've been teaching this for like several years now. But the one sentence we're about to go through, okay? And if you're not familiar, it's fine. We're gonna use this training to do so, okay? So the one sentence is, and again, some of these words can be switched out, okay? So it goes, I blank, okay? To blank by blank. So I blank, T-O to blank, B-Y by, and then blank. So we have 3 spaces to fill, okay? So it starts with I blank, to blank, by blank, okay? This is what I call the one sentence pitch, okay? And it helps you to have a clear offering to people when people ask you, what do you do? Okay, and so we're going to first start with the first blank. Okay, the first blank it's an action word, so it could be I help, I support, I position, it can be anything, whatever you want to say that you feel like is the right verb, right? But here's the thing: there's also another word, so I forgot to do this, so it's 2 blanks. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Okay. So sorry guys, I'm so sorry. It's I blank blank to blank by blank. I forgot the word. I'm sorry. So the first one is action. Okay. So it can be I equip, I position, I push, right? But it's the first blank is action. The second one is your target, which is the people. Okay. So I action blank. So you can say I position professional millennial women, or I equip first-time mothers, right? Or I coach, right? I coach, men in their 40s and 50s, right? But the thing about it is that this one pitch sentence clearly will basically position you, right? Because remember, authority has to have position and strategy. You have to have authority, you have to have position, you have to have strategy. So you have to make sure that you're positioned correctly so that the right people can find you. And the way that you do that is by having the one sentence pitch, right? So it goes I, the action word, then you have your target audience, and then it's 2. I help, let's say I say, I help first-time mothers, right? 2, the next blank, okay, is going to be the end result. Yeah, you can say inspire. That's fine, Faye. You can say inspire. Is the end result. So a lot of times when people put in the word after to, they put like what they actually do, like so coaching or books or whatever, right? But no, you're actually going to put the end result. Okay, so Lorna says, I help others unclutter their home and business by selling their items to create a stream of income. And Lorna, actually, this is actually a pretty good one sentence pitch. Now it's a little bit like in reverse in some areas, but like that's a great way to put it there. The only thing is I would define others, right? So I would define others. You can actually just say people, actually, because what you do in your particular type of business, you can say that, right? So you want to put what's the end result. So the thing about it is that when we look at Lorna's sentence, which says, I help others unclutter their home and business by selling their items to create a stream of income. The end result for hers is the stream of income. That's the end result, right? Because it's really about what do people want in the end. People are not coming to you because you're a coach. People are not coming to you because you're a consultant. People are not coming to you because you're a poet or you're an author. People aren't just like, oh my God, I need an author today. You know what people say? I need a book today. No one says I need an author today. No one says I need a firefighter today. People say, oh no, I have a fire. I need a firefighter. Got it? So who you are is like one thing. People have an end result. People are not like, oh my God, the supermarket. People are like, what? I need milk. I need bread. Or I need toilet paper. I need hand sanitizer, right? But people are not waking up to say, oh, I need, the grocery store. Right? So you first tell people what it is that they really want first, and then you tell them how you do it. Got it? So Michelle says, and if you guys want to try your one sentence in the box, you can. So Michelle says, I help women and girls to transform their lives through the power of journaling. Okay. So this is good. So I like this. So I help women and girls to transform their lives through the power of journaling. Now, here's my thing. If I were you, I would define women and girls. Right? Because is it just all women and girls? Is it a particular type of women and girls? Right? So let's define that one. Rocker Lane says, I equip women and girls with the tools to rediscover their light by confronting the barriers that holds them back from honoring themselves. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. But we're going to add something through this. We're going to add something to this. And Michelle, I like the power of journaling because that we're going to do. Dev says, I help Christian. Oh, and Dev is going to be speaking with us soon. I help Christian entrepreneurs reduce their stress and self-doubt by biblical principles and psychology. That's good. That's it. We're going to use Dev's. And I'm going to tell you why we're going to use Dev's. So Dev says, I help Christian entrepreneurs. She has given us a niche group. This is important. You have when you say who exactly your target, you have to have a target. You have to have a target. Now, you may reach people outside that target, but you have to start with a group of people, right? So I help Christian entrepreneurs. So that lets me know her grouping. Okay. Reduce stress and self-doubt. Bam. That's the end result. By biblical principles and psychology is her actual tools. Right? So that is a perfect one sentence. Perfect. Now, I'm not saying that none of y'all were perfect either. What I'm saying is I want y'all to tweak them by redefining the first part, which is your group of people you're targeting. Okay, but Dev, that's a good one. My friend, we screenshot that because we're going to use that on the profile. Got it? Okay, cool. I have a screenshot. Okay. So yes, so let's target group. So I, action word, right? Then the group of people, okay? 2, then we do what? End result. By is your tools. So that last one is the tools. That's actually what do you do? Okay. So Kanera says, I help small businesses increase their bottom line by leveraging strategic corporate events. That's a good one sentence. That's good. That's good. That's real good. Now here's my thing. I would change increase their bottom line to profit. Increase their profits, because a lot of times small business owners, they want to have a better bottom line, but if you say the word profits, it's faster for them to like that word. They're gonna like the word profits, right? Because at the end of the day, even though it can equal the same thing, but for them, they're profit, right? So I help small businesses increase their profits by leveraging strategic corporate events. That's a buzzword. So use a buzzword for that. So these are, guys, you guys are doing awesome. Can I just say that? Like, these are some good sentences. Rock your lane, Michelle. These are some good sentences. Lorna, these are some good sentences. Okay. Okay, this is good. So that one sentence, okay, Passion got one. I help mothers to identify and overcome postpartum depression by, and then the last one is going to be your tools. So your tool is actually, what do you offer, or what is your expertise? So like Dev said, psychology and business principles in psychology, which is why I'm having her speak for Faith on Fire. So hopefully y'all are ready. This is going to be good. So here's the thing. So you would not say by writing books, Passion. So Passion, she's trying to fill in the blank. So she says, I help mothers to identify and overcome postpartum depression by. So she wants to know, where do we fill in that blank when it comes to tools? So remember, books isn't, so you could say this, right? This is so important. As an author, you wouldn't say your books. You would say your expertise. It wouldn't be your book. A book is a product. So like you could say through like the word resources is better. But I wouldn't just say that. I would say I help mothers to identify and overcome postpartum depression by, you could say, well, the thing is, what are your services? Is it just books? If it's books, you would say by like maybe like some kind of actual blank resources, right? Resources, and I would have one more thing. So don't just let it be resources. Say like resources and online tools. That would be good. Through easy to find online tools, something like that. You know, you want to make it sound really, you know, something you would sign up for, right? So books is not enough. So you would say something like, you know, through online tools. Why are my tissues all wrapped up like this? Through like online tools, something like that. I don't know what's wrong with my tissues, y'all. Do like online tools, right? Sorry, guys. Can't say that. Okay, so here's the thing. If it's a book, you don't say book. You don't say books. People, you gotta think people, how people are. Books doesn't sound fine. Sounds like resources. That's better. Because if you think about it, if it's a nonfiction book, it's like you can say books if it's fiction. If it's nonfiction, you can't say books, because really your book is not just a book. If you think about it, a book is a nonfiction book that teaches people something. It's actually strategies, it's resources, it's knowledge, right? But it's not a book. It's not like a nonfiction book. You know, when I want to get away in a fantasy world, I read a book. When I want to learn a concept, I'm reading a nonfiction book, because a nonfiction book is teaching me something. So it's not just a book. So I would say something like through life-giving resources, or through inspirational resources. And I would say through inspirational resources and online tools. I like that, inspirational resources and online tools, because think about it, your website, if it has a blog, can be an online tool. Bam. That sounds a lot better, doesn't it? Okay, I know. Okay, so let's keep on going. Y'all are doing good. So we have that one sentence, right? So y'all are doing really good with that one sentence. That one sentence now is going to provide you with clarity in one swing. Now, I have mine on my Instagram. My Instagram says, mine is like an active verb. So mine is teaching experts how to package their knowledge into active and passive income products and services, right? So my thing is that at the end of the day, the reason why people come to me is that they want to package their knowledge, and they want to package it into what? Active and passive income resources. And it makes it's nice, short, and sweet. And so when I talk to experts and leaders, I'm like, yeah, you need to package that knowledge into some money. Doesn't that sound good? That sounds real good, doesn't it? And that's why a lot of people follow me, because they're like, Genesis, I need some money. I'm like, oh, you need some money? You have some genius? You got some genius to give me? You give me your genius, I'll give you back some money. Right. So the thing about it is that when it's nice, short, and sweet, it easily attaches to people, right? Because when people come to me, they're like, Genesis, I have all this knowledge in my head. I have things I want to teach people. I need some money. Okay. I'm the one that packages it for you. That's my job. I'm a packaging person. I'm a package genius. Okay. So that's the thing. So you want to make it nice, short, and sweet. Right? Because when I teach you how to package your knowledge, that's what we're talking. Today literally is packaging your genius strategies. That's what today is called. And we are learning how to package it, because if you don't know how to package it, it's going to be hard. Now, here's what I'm about to give y'all. Here's the second tip. The first one was you got to have a clear title. I think we've established that, right? Remember, if I were you, I'm not really big into these big, long titles. I call myself a coach, consultant, and speaker. I don't call myself, like in my emails, I'll say the platform coach, but I really don't go by that as much anymore, because at the end of the day, what I found out was that really was like a whole bunch of fluff. Like at the end of the day, you are what you are. Either you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a speaker, author, whatever. But the long titles, no one cares about those. I'm trying to tell you right now, no one cares. No one cares. In the coaching world, people have tried to give you like these long coaching names, so it makes you sound deep. At the end of the day, it doesn't equal to more money. Yeah, I know, right? So just say you're a coach. Just say you're a consultant. Just say you're a speaker. Mine says consultant and speaker. I've shifted away from the word coach. I still have coaching programs, but I've established myself as a consultant and a speaker that has coaching programs. And I'm going to tell you why I did that. Because coaching is a form of my expertise. Listen to me. I'm an expert in packaging people's knowledge. Like, I'm an expert at that. So coaching is one of the ways that I offer that, but I also have the consulting side, I have the speaking side. So that's what I'm going to recommend to you guys for this training, is that you're not just like focused on like, oh, I'm a coach, because a lot of people really aren't coaches. A lot of you guys are consultants that have a service-based side that offers coaching, right? But that's why for some of you guys, it's hard to find speaking opportunities, because you have not positioned yourself as an expert. When really you are an expert. You just have some coaching programs. Right. So it's better on your platforms, different things, to position yourself actually as an authority figure in this particular segment of the market. Okay, you guys got that? So with that being said, then I want you guys in the comments, tell me what you are an authority on. And it should be like 1 or 2 words. Like, it should not be long. It should be like a subject matter. Okay, so tell me, what are you an expert on? So for instance, Passion, she's an expert on postpartum depression. That's how short and sweet it should be. Like, I mean, it can be maybe a few more words, but not too many. Okay, mine would be packaging people's genius. Minks to me says, I give women a confidence boost by feeling more physically and attractive, increasing self-esteem. Through what? I didn't hear a what. Like, what do you do? Minks to me. Let me know. So what are you guys in authority at? I'll give y'all some time to get these comments in. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, Dev said stress management, self-empowerment. Good. Planning strategic event experience is good. So the thing about it is that number 2, let me switch this one. Or it should be the number 2. Number 1 is clear title. Number 2 needs to be clear content. Latricia says resume writing, career coaching, specifically in private service, domestic staff. That's good. So Michelle will be journaling. That's it, journaling. Cosmetic line. Okay, got it. Okay. Good. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. The second one is clear content. Clear content. So the first is a clear title, where we talked about the 1-sentence pitch, which we covered here, right? We covered here, right? Now, face is self-discovery. That's good. Okay, good. The second one is clear content. Now, this is going to be big. I'm going to talk about this one in greater dimension in Course Genius, because a lot of people have or want to create online courses and you're having a hard time selling them. And I'm going to be teaching why, because number 2, I'm going to dig in real deep with this when we go into Course Genius. So I'm going to start off on the surface, though. So you have to have this, like, basically from your platform, creating all this kind of content, right? Is that once you have that 1-sentence pitch and we know exactly what it is that you do and just straightforward content, right? Sorry, straightforward authority. Then we go into, remember, we have authority, positioning, and then strategy, right? So clarity is formed, right, through authority, positioning, strategy, right? That is how you're going to have a great platform, right? Platform has clarity. How does it have clarity? Through authority, positioning, and strategy. So we have the authority part down, but then to position yourself too, you need to have content. Now, content, right, is going to be seen through a couple things. YouTube, right? We have social media, right? We have your blog website. We have your email marketing, right? Which is going to be offering content through that way. So does your content speak to this expertise? Now, the reason why a lot of you guys need Course Genius is because after that one sentence pitch you just gave me, that one sentence forms for us your products. Right. And in Course Genius, we're going to be talking about product mapping. In Coach Genius, I'm going to be teaching coaches and consultants how to create a product map to literally create a framework of passive income, right? From your knowledge, literally. So from that one sentence that we just did, that lets us know what kind of content you need to provide. So for instance, let's go back up. If we do, I'm going to pick somebody. Okay. Let's do Faye. So Faye is focusing on self-discovery, helping people discover their skills and creativity and how to use it, right? Okay, great. So let's say we take that, right? From there, we know that her content should be focused on the power of self-discovery, right? The power of how people can take everyday skills or their normal skills or special skills, or even how to craft their creativity, and then how to use it, how to flip that into other things, right? So therefore, that gives me a map, a zone for me to focus on. You focus on that strictly. That's it. A lot of you guys, you say you have a focus, but your content is like everything but that, right? It's just everything but that. If that's your one sentence, guess what? That's the circle. That's the circle. You focus just on that circle. You don't go anywhere else but the circle. Okay, so this is where my one sentence rests. This is my expertise. I focus on my expertise. I don't talk about anything else. I don't collaborate on anything else. That is it, which means that my blog posts, my courses, my classes, my services, my coaching programs, and my consulting, my speaker topics, right? I've seen people who are experts on one thing, but yet they have speaking topics on like everything else. Like I saw someone who was a financial coach and she was speaking on dating. And I'm like, what does that have to do with financial coaching? This is probably why people don't want to book you, because you don't have speaking topics that don't align to your expertise. Stay in the circle. Now, maybe she could talk about dating financially, but that wasn't her topic. It was just love and relationships. No, ma'am. Stay in the circle, right? So this is all about your content. Your content is strictly around establishing your expertise. I want you to do something for me this year. This year, I want you to look at all your social media platforms. I want you to look at your website, your email marketing, your funnels, everything. And I want you to answer me this question. Does your content, does your platform, does your social media clearly align and speak to the circle? Does your product map, which I will target in Course Genius and Coach Genius, does your product map walk people from point A to point B? Right? So do your product offerings make sense? Right? If you have speaking topics, do those speaking topics make sense? Right? Hey girl, hey my. So we have to make sure that we are staying in the circle. Right? If you do not stay in the circle, it's gonna be hard for you to be seen as an expert, because also too, some of you don't even call yourselves an expert. So that may also be another reason why. It's hard to be paid as an expert if you don't call yourself one. And if you don't position yourself as one. So maybe on your website, you need to change your bio, and change it from it sounding so like kitty to actually sounding like, you are actually an expert, and not some little cute little thing. Hi, my name is, and I decided to start this business from my heart. And I just hope y'all love my food. That's cute. That's cute. But also tell people too that your food's the best. You know what I mean? Like that you're good at what you do, not just some cutesy stuff, right? So you need to make sure your content. So you have the clear title, clear offering, which we did with the one sentence. Then you have to have clear content. Clear out any content that does not make any sense. Okay. Focus on it. A lot of people say, this is so hard to create content. I say, no, it's not hard when you focus. Listen to me. Nothing is hard. I'm going to say this one. I didn't even say it once. I think I said it once. I'm going to say it twice and 3 times. Okay. Nothing is hard when you focus. You know what? I'm posting on Instagram. If someone else posts this quote before me, I'm coming after you. Nothing is hard when you focus. What's hard is when you're trying to do like everything at once. You're trying to do 3 things at once, right? And you're losing the accuracy of your focus. Nothing is hard when you focus. Got it? We're almost about to have our Q&A. We're almost done. Number 3. Number 1 is a clear title. Number 2 is clear content. Okay. Number 3 is you got to have some clear money. Somebody in the comment section, say money. Y'all just comment, just say money. Y'all got to get used to that word too. Some of y'all don't even like to say the word. But yeah, y'all say bills every other day. My God. So you know what? I'm going to comment. I love this word. I love Jesus more though. Money. Money. Tis so sweet. Listen, tis so sweet. It's the love of money that's through all evil. It's love. It's being in love with it. You know. But I'm not in love with it. I'm not in love with it. But it's real nice. I like money. I like it so much. I like it so much. I can't even begin to tell you how much I like it. I can't begin. It would take me all day. Matter of fact, it would take me more than a day. It would take me years to talk about how much I love money. There's nothing wrong with it. But the thing about money is that money is like fishes. It's like fish. I don't know why I said the word fishes. It's not even a word. But it has to have destinations. So what I saw was that for a lot of you guys' product maps, it was hard for you guys to make money because there weren't clear destinations for how people could give it to you, right? So we're going to analyze some things real quick, and then we're going to have our Q&A. I'll break this up. Money, okay? Money is out here, right? It's out and about, walking everywhere. But it has to have paths, vehicles, streams. People say, oh, this is really, I want y'all to listen to this. This is really big. People say, I have to have multiple streams of income. It's not about having it. It's you have to create it. And you don't need multiple businesses to create multiple streams of income. People lose this. You can have one business and have multiple streams of income within the one business so that you don't do what? Lose your focus. People don't hear me. It's all right. So you need to figure out how do you create the stream. Listen to, I want you, oh, this is good. I pray y'all catching this because I just dropped a gem. And this is revelation because this was not in my notes. Holy Spirit, I thank you. This is why I'm telling you, God be on it, okay? Holy Spirit gave me something, so we're going to go with this, okay? Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is going, oh, thank you. I'm so excited. Sorry, when God speaks, I'm like, okay, let's go. Okay. I want you to hear me. So this is good. This is for me too. Okay, just calm down. Okay. The goal is not to tire yourself out in 2020. This is what I hear God saying. So I'm going to say this because it's not in my notes. It's all right. We're in the last point. We almost at Q&A. This is not the year to have multiple businesses that run you ragged because you thought creating multiple streams of income was having multiple businesses. That is actually how you get ran ragged. You know why? Because in order to start other businesses, you need capital for each business. I've told this before, but what I have not told on is what I just said. The goal is to have one business have multiple streams of income. But here is what the revelation is. Okay. Oh, this is good. Oh, I'm hearing things. Sorry, y'all. I love God, so I can hear him. Okay. This is big. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. But this time you will not build in a way where you're going to get it. You're going to build the stream so it can come to you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You know what? Listen, okay, I'll have to write something on this. Maybe I'll do something. Teach Holy Spirit to keep on giving me notes. This is big. See, when you use your genius, what you do is you dig the stream, you dig the ground so that when the rivers flow, it comes to you. Remember, money is not about you going out and chasing it. Money is about creating vehicles in which it can come. Think about this. A business is built, right? A business model is built so that there are ways for you to collect. Right? Like that's it, right? So we have active services, we have passive income services, right? But the thing about it is that my genius creates the streams for the money to come. So all I have to do is to create the systems in my business, okay? And what I have now is I have created the streams. The problem with the teachings out here is that they're teaching people to go out here and run ragged, right? Trying to gather money. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Because if you do that, you're going to run out of energy. You only have so much time and so much energy, right? So what we're going to do is this. Let me have the mindset and give me the strategies to dig. So all I have to do is dig once. Dig the paths, right? As the rivers flow, the fish come, there's my money. Let's put it like this. I'm about to go biblical. I don't do this. I'm sorry if you're not religious. Just follow me. All these stories apply. Jesus, when he fed the multitudes, I told him this in a caption, but just listen to me. Jesus, when he fed the multitudes, right? He told the people to be grouped and we to sit down in groups. This is very important. He only had one fish. Oh no, fishes and loaves. But he only had one meal. That's what I meant. He had multiple fishes and loaves, but he had one meal. Okay, listen to this. One meal to feed multiple people. Okay, you think you need multiple meals to feed a multitude. What I'm telling you, and what this revelation is telling you, is that it's not me, it's God. It's that you just need one meal to feed a multitude. Here's the problem, is that when you lack focus, you think you need to do everything in one. Let me tell you something. For some of you, you really need to understand that some things are truly hobbies. Some things are not businesses, okay? Let this be the year where you let some stuff be a hobby forevermore. And you realize that it's only like one or two things that are actually your business, okay? Like that's going to be it. Let the other stuff be a hobby. What's happening in this season is that so many people are distracted because they have too many businesses that are supposed to be hobbies. And so what's happening is that when it comes to your authority, you're trying to be an expert of 5 different things. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You are an expert in a certain field. Listen, I had to let go of a couple of businesses that I love doing because I realized that was not where I was supposed to be. I had Gigi and I was selling t-shirts. I was successful. I was doing this. I was doing that. I had to let that stuff go. That stuff is not active anymore. Those accounts are no longer active, right? Royal Prayer Journal. I'm doing one journal coming out. I'm not doing a ton. Because guess what? I found that actually was a hobby. The thing is that my business part was that I have the mind, okay? Oh, Jesus. I have the mind. Sorry, Instagram. Instagram may have to go over on YouTube soon. I'm so sorry. I have the mind to teach. So really what I'm gifted in is the business of planners and journals, right? The time to actually create my own, what was happening was that God was lining me up to have the expertise and to get into the industry of behind the scenes. But sometimes you got to realize that there is a season when, okay, oh, that's what this was for. That's not what this was for. Okay, good. Okay, so let me transition this out. Let me cut that off and let me focus here. Then what happens is that there will begin to have divine overflow to show you, God's trying to show some of you guys that, listen, no, this is where you need to focus. So we have to have a clear title. We have to have clear content that goes to everything that within our platform that speaks towards that one sentence, right? Products and services speak towards that one sentence. But then we also have to have clear money. Clear money means you get rid of the clutter. You get rid of the things that are not focused. You focus on your focus. You focus on your money. You focus on, the area of expertise that you're in, and you do not become consumed with things that are no longer your area of expertise. Because again, if you want to have an area of expertise, you got to have an area. You have areas. Got to have an area. Okay, this can be hard to understand, but that's how you're going to craft being well known. If you want to be well known in an area of the market, you got to become well known in that area. You can't be hopping here and hopping there and hopping here and hopping there, right? You got to have a focus. So some things you got to let go. Okay. The other thing is that what we also just said is that your job is to dig. Listen,
dig to create the stream and then watch it come to you. We're not going out here and digging all this kind of stuff and then going out here rushing to get this money. No, that's not how it works. The money comes to you. You provide the systems and the strategies so that money can easily find you, right? That's why for some of you this week you've signed up for Course Genius, right? Why? Because you need to create some courses. You are an authority. You want to teach online, but the problem is that you could be having money coming to like that. Shoot, I woke up this morning. I'm not gonna say how much, but God is good. I woke up this morning and while I was sleeping, people were buying stuff. People are buying books, people are buying courses, people are buying all this kind of content. I'm sleeping. But what's happening is that I created a system where my genius is working for me, but I created a system where I created products and services that don't need me to be awake to make it, right? But the thing about it is that I created products that were needed. So you can have a bunch of products, but no one's buying anything. So what I did was I created a need, okay, through my genius, okay, and now what I'm being paid for. But the great thing about it is that even when these trainings are over, guess what? Those courses get uploaded and now I can sell those things forevermore. So what did I just do? I created a current need, but now I have created an ongoing need so that from now on, anyone who wants to learn how to launch courses or classes or coaching programs, guess what? Bam, it's done. Print Boss. Print Boss is coming up tomorrow. I'm so excited for Print Boss, okay? And what I did was there are people who want to learn how to really dive into this industry full on. So what I did was I took my brain, I packaged it into 4 weeks of a live boot camp, teach people about planners and journals, the full business. People want to start making some real money, like thousands upon thousands. I packaged that into a boot camp and bam, we go live on Monday. I show up, listen to me. Some of y'all got to get this. I show up for a total of nothing but 4 hours for a whole 4 weeks. Listen, I don't show up every day. I show up once a week at 7:30 for 1 hour. I create a workbook, a one-time workbook. And here's the thing, all of my brain and my knowledge is packed into these 4 weeks. And this one workbook is going to teach them how to make all this money, right? But what I did was I did it in a way that didn't burn me out because I want to bring my best to them, right? So they paid $497, $500, right? Which is nothing compared to what it would be if I was coaching them one-on-one. It'd be thousands and thousands. But I did that in a way so that from that point on, right, anyone who needs that knowledge, what's going to happen is that while I'm sleeping, they can keep on purchasing those. See, you got to get this. This passive income thing is real, not just passive, but active income, right? Where I'm showing up to someone, I'm getting paid well over for my expertise, not just because I'm someone who has something to tell people, but the fact is that I'm in my expertise season, right? So you have to listen to me, let this be where you find your expertise. That's what you need to pray for. Find your expertise. Because when you dig into that expertise thing, you're going to be in a place where from this point on, it will bring out everything else. Your books, your consulting business, everything's going to come out of that. Okay. And it's maybe not be consulting, but it may be products and services that you may provide. Maybe you're going to be a speaker and an author, and that's going to be where you're going to provide, those services at. But let's go into Q&A. Instagram, my phone is about to die. I got to charge it. And I did not bring my stand. So I don't know how we're going to do this. Hey, y'all. So we're about to do Q&A. I'm going to see if I can do it like this. Oh, I can. Does it show the cup? No, is that too ghetto? No. I promise y'all I'm not crazy. Okay, cool. I'm going to do Instagram like this. Y'all are in my mug. But it's charging. So we're going to do a Q&A now. We're done. Again, today was all about packing your genius strategies. I think that we learned a lot today. I think the biggest takeaway is that get clear. And then here's what I want you to do. Get passive. Anyone who sells a service, you should have at least one pass, especially if you sell a service that's all about like helping certain people, certain industries. Yeah. You need to start thinking about how different ways to have money. Okay. If you are a virtual assistant, don't just sell virtual assistant services. You should think about it. Let's say someone can't hire you as a virtual assistant. Guess what you can teach them on how to do? You could teach them on how to better organize the way that they run as a solopreneur. Some of y'all got to rethink how you do what you do. You want to keep the virtual assistant business, but you need to have an expansion of classes or courses where you're teaching solopreneurs on how to do. See, if they can't hire you, guess what? They can still pay you. Don't miss out on money, right? Just don't miss out on money. Okay. Michelle says, I've had a boutique PR agency since '04, but I'm transitioning into being a journaling coach with programs as well as selling niche journals. Can they work together? My passion is focusing on journaling. Well, the thing about it is that this is so great. They do work together. Do you want to keep both, or you just want to strictly do I believe we spoke about this through a message one day, but you can have them work together, because what I believe is that your journaling business is going to need PR. So that's where that can like stay together. The other thing is that, but actually, no, that's how that would stay together. Unless you can keep both companies, but, that's the only way I can see it meshing together as far as like a PR agency and then like journaling. I think what you can also do is use your expertise as someone in that world to share your story about why journaling is important. Okay, make sure I'm not missing any questions. Y'all are watching my desk. Hey, y'all. Hold on. I gotta turn Instagram around. Instagram is there. Go. Y'all seeing the glitter in my eyes. Okay. This is crazy. I need my tripod. Instagram is not working. Instagram's like, wait, y'all on a whole other tip. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna try this. This is so crazy. Okay, y'all want to sleep. Okay, any other questions? This is the time. This is the time. If you want to have questions, do not come into my DMs, please. Talking about, I didn't ask the question. I had a question, but I didn't ask it. Don't do that to me. I do PR for authors and speakers. Wow. Do you want to keep that business? Because I can't tell you. This is what God says. If God says keep it, keep it. If God says don't keep it, don't keep it. That's all I can say. I can't answer anything beyond that. But as far as meshing them together, that's what I would do. I would use the PR company to do PR for your company. That's what I would do. Okie dokie. Okay, I have orders coming in. Shout out to Denise Johnson, who ordered. Okay. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end, because I'm not going to be on here. Y'all got no questions. Okay, cool. So I'm going to end by talking about Course Genius and Coach Genius, and I'm going to let you guys go. So this Tuesday, we have Course Genius. Course Genius, let me pull this stuff up so I can tell y'all about it. Okay. So let's talk about Course Genius and Coach Genius. Course Genius is going to be this Tuesday, March 17th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you cannot make the time, you can purchase the replay as well when you check out. Let me tell you about what Course Genius is about. So Course Genius is all about turning your knowledge into actual courses, trainings. It doesn't have to be courses. It could be classes. It could be live trainings. Some of you may want to like do live classes like me, right? And then you want to package it up and then sell it as an actual course, right? And I'm going to get to everyone else's question. I did see some questions. And so it comes into 4 parts. It's a 1-hour training, and it's broken into 4 parts that I'm going to be teaching. The first one is what is a course and what is a program, because I need to break down like what is considered a course, what should be included in a course, things like that. And then you may want to sell a coaching program, because as a coach, you may want, most coaching programs are like active, but you can also sell a passive income one where it's like all pre-recorded content. So we're going to cover that. Then part 2 is on modules, like how to organize your content into sections. We're going to talk about downloads, how to, offer, maybe you want to put homework with it or content with it for them to have workbooks or whatever. Then we're going to talk about what platforms to use and which ones for. So there's tons of online course platforms, but I'm going to share with you guys the different ones that are out there and which ones I suggest, and then why I would choose each one, because each one is going to be for different things. Okay, so I'm going to break that down. I'm also going to talk about payment gateways, which one collects which payment gateways, and which ones I would suggest for certain budgets. Okay. I'm also going to be talking about different ways to make money through online courses, because different ones offer recurring memberships, payment plans. So those things are very important. I'm also going to be talking about how to launch your online course, which is basically how to get ready to sell it. So pre-orders or pre-sales, how to actually get people to buy. And then the last section is how to sell your course after it's launched. So, you get people hyped for that launch, but then 3 months later, your sales may be dry. So how do you actually continue to push the same online course or several courses? Okay. So that is going to be Course Genius. Coach Genius is going to be the next Tuesday, which is March the 24th. 24th at 7:30 as well. With the payment with that one, it's included. The replay is included with that price point, so you don't need to upgrade for the replay. Coach Genius is for my coaches, my consultants, authors who want to offer some maybe nonfiction authors who may want to offer like a training program or something like that. So I'm going to be talking about how to coach as an expert, how to create a coaching product map, because every coach should have a product map. Every coach should have a product map. And a product map is basically like how you actually create your services and your products and like what you're going to sell, what price points. And then I'm also going to talk about how to launch your coaching programs. I'm going to break down programs because I have coached many coaches on how to do it and they're making money. The thing about programs is that things are changing in today's coaching world. So I want to share too the template. So I'm actually giving you guys a template pack for coaches, and it includes your a contract template. So contract, literally it's a copy of my contract, my new one. You can copy and paste and adjust it to yours. I'm also offering a welcome letter, when people book the calls, the new templates that I'm using for that. So I'm actually going to give you guys the whole entire template pack in a Google Drive. Okay. I'm also going to be talking about how to get clients as a coach. And I'm going to be sharing my new strategies that I have been using lately to secure, to get these coaching clients. And not just that, but to have them really excited and ready to invest in the experience. And so in all of my recent coaching experience with my clients, they have literally acted within 24 hours. So after the sales call, they signed within 24 hours. And the only time that didn't happen was over the weekend. So they signed on the Monday. So you want to have people who are not just excited, but they're ready to sign, ready to put down that deposit, and ready to get started with you. And we're also going to talk about, though, too, how to create a sustainable one, because with coaching, usually it's going to be between like 4 or, maybe between 4 weeks or maybe a 3-month program. And you want to make sure that every quarter you have sustainable income, right? And so that's why we're going to do active and passive income strategies, so that you may do online courses or trainings that are passive income based, so that you can multiply. That's a multiplication game. But then you also are going to have active income, where you're actually physically working with your clients. But when you do the active income as a coach, you have a capping point, which we're going to talk about, because you can only coach only people, because people want you. They want you, and you can only coach only people, right? Because you have to have a life. So then you also have to figure out ways to clone yourself through other products and services, which we're going to talk about as an expert. So that is Coach Genius. So if you want the Course Genius is $20 with the replay is $30. And then if you want Coach Genius, it's $97. And then if you want both Course and Coach Genius, it's only $110. And the price points, guys, are going up. So I'm offering this because these are the price points before these classes go live. After they go live, the price point goes up. So if you want to get these early bird, pricing, lock it in now. You can go to store.jessdorsey.com. Link is in my bio. On Instagram, on YouTube, link should be in the description box. We can just go right here. See right here, there you go, store.jessdorsey.com. Go get your seat so you can be in my training and get this knowledge. So here we go. The Moon Goddess says, so my verb is heal. My end results connect to singing, animal care, singing/animal care, and book writing. Got it. So the thing about it is that your expertise, though, right? So that would be your end result. So your results connect to singing/animal care and book writing. So just make sure that everything sounds like it's cohesive, though, right? So like if I'm coming to you because what is my issue, right? And then where are the tools that you do so? So if it's book writing, you are an author, right? But it would be technically resources, right? So just make sure that it's a clear end offer. I have a group of women that are asking me for coaching services on how to start their own mentoring programs for girls. Should I create a guide for them or host in-person workshops? Pause. So you should create a guide with a course. Right now, don't waste overhead with workshops first. First, do a course. Because that way people who are, no matter where they are, they can purchase. Do your in-person workshops that take them deeper past the course, right? Give them something they can purchase no matter where they are, right? And then do an in-person workshop, right, as a second tier of investment, right? So like, for instance, create a coaching program, coaching program, right? That will teach them how to create their own mentoring program for girls, right? In that course, create a guide that they download that has all the additional resources on top of what you're doing as the online course, right? And then do your in-person events as more of an in-depth kind of like, group coaching experience. Right. But don't offer a workshop as the first level, because you know why? That's active income. The thing about in-person workshops or even events is that as an expert, that is your physical energy showing up. So that should be a higher price point than a course. Let's first start with the course, right? Okay. Nicole St. Clair says, when is the deadline if you have no idea what online course to create if you don't have a business? So you remember your online courses or your content's created to your circle. Remember how we talked about the circle here, right? The circle represents your area of expertise. So when we did that one sentence, if you don't have a one sentence yet, you do not need to create an online course. You want to create an online course according to what you want to teach people how to do. Right? But it all should be connected to a business model. Like I would not create an online course just for an online course. However, there are people who purchase my Course Genius because when they do create an online course, they now have this resource to teach them how to do it. So even if you don't know how to, you may not know what you want to offer yet, by purchasing Course Genius now, when you do know, you can use my teaching to framework it all. Got it. Got it. The other thing though is that with singing, animal care, book writing, counseling, it's a lot of things. And even though these are your interests, you have to have a clear offer. So like, for instance, counseling and book writing connect. Animal care though, and singing, those are like two different things. Those are like, they're completely different. So you got to figure out, one may be your hobby though. One may be stuff that you like, but it may not be a part of the business plan. Right? Okay, so Ash says, I run a day home at the moment, plan to close the end of the year as it's consuming me. I barely have time for myself, so I'm looking for what business to transition. Where do I start from? Ooh. My thing is that this is going to be a harsh question. I mean, a harsh answer maybe, but let me put her question back up. My thing is that you should not leave a business you have or like, a job you have until you have a plan. Oh, music therapy. Oh, that's different. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. That's different. Luna, I got you. Okay, so that's connected to counseling then, right? So Ash, my thing is that you start from a plan that you have prepared for. Like, unless, you heard from God to like move or, to get started. Now, if you have, that's different. But usually though, when you do that, he's giving you a plan or some kind of least first step. So my thing would be, you don't just pick something. You got to pick something that you actually have a passion for, because it's usually the first 2 to 3 years of your business is going to be really like groundwork. So I would suggest you starting with something that you have a passion for that's profitable. Not every passion is profitable. Some passions are hobbies because they're not profitable. So it can't be a business. So you have to have something that is actually profitable. I can't tell you what it should be though. That's the one thing I can't. You start from your passion, and then you start a business from a passion that's profitable, that could serve a large enough group of people and return back to you a certain number of profit that would be worth living from. That would be my answer to you. If you have the finances to have time to figure it out, I would give yourself some time. I really would. I wouldn't say close at the end of the year, but being that it's 2020, you have a long time to figure it out, right? So if you're going to close it in 2020, you have if you good enough time to figure it out. So I would not figure it out. I would really pray. I would figure out, what your passion is that you can really monetize. And if it's an area of expertise, you think about that too. What are you an expert at? You may have knowledge that you can monetize. And I know that you invested into Print Boss, I believe. And so what you could do is use that knowledge to maybe create some products or resources that you could connect with your expertise as well. Right. But I always say, if you were trying to start a service-based business, think about what you're an expert at and sell that. And if it's a need that you find in the market, sell that as a service, right? Or then you can generate products that can connect to teaching people that, but in product format. Guys got that? Does that answer your question, Ash? I don't think I'll actually be able to give you a full-on answer, but I think that's a good starting point. Okay. Yeah, definitely think about that. Start with your expertise. Think about something that you're passionate about that can be profitable. Give yourself time to have money in the bank, cash, my God, and savings to give yourself some grace time. There we go. Okay, got you, Moon Goddess. So yeah, so what you would do is, though, thing is, you still have to position yourself as an expert. So even in that space, right? You could create like a platform, like if your expertise is healing, right? Creating this platform that is all about that and the different services you provide, but then making sure too that you have a clear offer. So like, okay, this is what I'm expert at, and these are the services that we provide to help you to achieve that, right? Which I think would help with what you're saying. And then you would have so you can have like your courses that teach people how to do this. You can have your actual physical services like massage therapy or animal therapy, different things like that, right? That can go into that as well. But also make sure too that you are focusing on what is it? Ash, don't purchase Course Genius, because you have Print Boss. And I told Michelle this. Michelle's in Print Boss as well. Don't purchase it, because we cover courses in Print Boss. That's why it costs so much, because they have a lot of it. So you don't need to purchase Course Genius. So if you guys are in Print Boss, please do not purchase Course Genius, because we cover courses in that. Please don't do that, please. I will refund it right back. But if you're in Print Boss, which is my 4-week planner and journal boot camp, I talk about scalable income, and we cover courses at the last week. So you don't need Course Genius. I think we're done, guys. We are done. Okay, we're done. So guys, listen, if you have not purchased Course or Coach Genius and you need this, you need to go to, again, here, store.juststores.com. You need to get your seats. I'm doing my job to show up and tell you guys, so that none of you guys say, I didn't know you were coming out with this. I didn't know you had this. I'm showing up on a Sunday, y'all, to tell y'all it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. So go to store.juststores.com, get your seat for Course or Coach Genius. You can purchase the bundle for $110. If you're a part of Print Boss, if you do need, you don't need Course Genius, but Coach Genius is something that is not covered in Print Boss. So if you're in purchase that, you can purchase that. Guys, I will see you for class. If you're in Print Boss, I will see you guys tomorrow at 7:30. If you are in Course Genius, I will see you this Tuesday at 7:30. But either way, I will see you guys later. If you need to watch the replay, it will be here on YouTube. And if you're just joining, the topic was today packaging your genius strategies. So today we talked about the 3 points on how to establish yourself as an authority expert. We covered the 1-sentence pitch. We did a lot of work today, y'all, didn't we? So if you learned something, let me know. I'm gonna let Instagram go. I'm gonna let them go first. See y'all guys later. I will see you guys later. Okay. And so Lorna, you would need to purchase. So we don't cover, well, actually we do cover ebooks, but not a lot in Course Genius. Course Genius is for online trainings, like creating your online course. So if you're creating an online course, and let's say it comes with a workbook or an ebook, that's what Course Genius is for. If you're looking to be a coach and launching coaching programs, you're going to need Coach Genius. We offer a bundle for $110. And a lot of people who are coaches are getting the bundle. So that way you can learn how to do because really what I'm teaching you is I'm teaching you passive income in Course Genius, and then active income in Coach Genius. So if you're going to be a coach, you need both. So that's why a lot of the coaches, they have been purchasing the bundle, because you get both. And if you get both, I'm going to tell you right now, that's really all you need to launch your coaching business. If you get the bundle, you're going to learn how to do your online, which is what I offer. I have passive income. So I'm making money in my sleep through my books, my workbooks, my online courses, right? Online courses, though, have a higher profit margin than books do. That's something that people understand. So books, you don't have your books, but you need courses, because courses you can sell. You cannot sell a book for $97. You cannot sell a book for $197. You cannot sell a book for $497. But you can sell a course, though, right? And the crazy part about it is that the way that value is perceived, a book could have more content than a course. Think about it like this, right? Let me get an example. Okay. This book right here was like $9.99. This one they got, right? If I took out the time to read everything in this book and talk about it, right, as a course, do you know that the course would be more valuable than the book? Think about it. How much do books cost? $9.99, $12.99, maybe $16.99, $19.99. Hardback maybe $29.97, right? But yet the course versions of those same books, the nonfiction books especially, will be like $50, $49, $97, right? Why? Because the perceived value is higher. That's just how it works, right? So that's why it's one of those things of, it's just the perceived value. So Lorna, I was just the bundle for you, because that way you would have the passive and active income strategies for both. Moon Goddess, so what would you suggest for what I've been commenting on for the courses? You need Course Genius. You don't need Coach Genius, because you're gonna be doing more of counseling and therapy, which is like, that has its own, like, I don't know, I can teach coaching though, but you're gonna be more of counseling. So that's actually like, your degrees and all that's going to help you to structure that. But you need Course Genius. You just need Course Genius. Lauren, you need both. You need the bundle. The problem I'm so consumed. Yes, Ash. See, that's the thing. In order to know what to do next, you need to pray. Yep. Okay, Renee got the Genius bundle. I see she's got both. Okay. Someone just purchased. That's Renee. Yeah. So Renee just purchased. Shout out to Renee. Renee is in Print Boss too. I think Renee's in Print Boss too. Okay, guys, we're good. So listen, get your seats for the class. Again, like I said before, I'll see Print Boss. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7:30. You already got all your links in your download, so please show up for on time. If you can't make the class, it'll be uploaded in the Drive. And then Course Genius, I'll see you this Tuesday, 7:30, same time. Okay. See you guys later. Bye.